What's up, everybody? It's your boy mel.on.mars. I want to welcome you to my perspective of the wonderful worlds of music, athletics, relationship, and spirituality. Today is Wednesday, and every Wednesday we release a relationship topic video. And today's topic is about the Dove soap controversy. You don't want to miss my take on this. Next. All right, guys, over the weekend, there was a screenshot released of one of Dove's more recent commercials. And it showed a screenshot of a black woman taking off her shirt and revealed a white woman underneath. And that put everyone on the black community pretty much in a frenzy. I have to admit, when I first saw it, just the screenshot, I was definitely taking off kilts. But I'm kind of an anti guy, so when I see somebody going a certain way, I try to see what's behind that. So even at first, even though I was a little upset, I still was kind of like, okay, why everybody so outraged and what's really behind this? Because normally more to the story. There's a lot of people I follow on Instagram that was very upset and making videos, throwing away their Dove products. Now, I have to say, I love Dove. I love Dove soap, body wash, hair products, whatever they have to offer, I love it. It's very smooth to my skin. One of the only things I can use without my skin getting bumps and all that stuff. So I love Dove products. But I love being black too. So I was torn, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I was very torn. Until a lengthier version of this commercial actually came out, and here it goes. So as you can see, guys, it was just not black woman being turned to a white woman. It was a multicultural commercial, and Dove actually released a statement stating this.
All right, guys, as you can see, there is a longer statement that they released on a day ago, but let me just read the one from 3 days ago. An image we recently posted on Facebook missed the mark in representing women of color thoughtfully. We deeply regret the offense it caused. And as we should all suspect, there are so many different opinions and responses from this, including from Radio Gangsta. Ooh, he sounds hardcore. He says, in support and in defense, I don't know how he spelled that, of the pride and dignity of the black women who were recently insulted and ridiculed, CC man, F you Dove, as he puts it in the trash can. All right, more responses. I forgot the name of this person, but it says, as someone who works in advertising, I get the intent. The execution needed work. Nacho Mama actually responded saying, wondering if the offended have seen the full clip instead of one part. Would they get the same reaction if would they get the same reaction if the order of the women was changed? Great question. Bridget Thomas says, now that I have a bit of clarity as to the thought process behind it, I would have liked the order changed. Oh, that's not me saying that, guys. That's the emoji she put. The emoji said, Now a response from the least respected man in America, a white man. Y'all gotta feel sorry for white men sometimes. They can't say nothing. They can't have a stance on anything without getting ridiculed. Hence this tweet. Wilfred Rainey says, I'm sorry, the world finds a problem with everything but themselves. My bathroom is full of everything Dove and will always continue to be. As you can see, I like this post. Then Black Daria says the white man. Laugh out loud. Then Maya Mija, whatever her name is, says, I see racism everywhere. Come on. No one complained about the white women changing into another ethnicity. I think I like this one as well. Go Mija, Maha, Mija, Miga, whatever your name is. Go you. Alright guys, so now Sharon Monette, whatever her name is, is wanting to respond to Miha, whatever we established her name was. And she says, again, we don't expect your kind to understand this at all. Stay away from the things you will never get. Now move on, Blondie. Now, if you guys know anything about black women, majority of black women, when they're losing an argument or when they in an argument with somebody and they keep getting rebuttals from other people, they're going to attack you. They're going to attack what you look like. And they're going to tell you, you just don't understand because you're not them. Which is one of the dumbest arguments you can ever say. But Sharma actually decides to chime in here. She says, "You're kind, Blondie. Really? Did you miss the Asian girl in the ad? Obviously, don't get the concept at all." She probably meant to say, obviously, you don't get the concept at all. And I agree. Sharon Monette rebutted with the exact same thing. Again, obviously, you and your people sticking your nose in something you cannot relate to. Please move along. I'm sorry, guys. Black women, the majority, I can't stop saying it, but the majority of black women are some of the most racist people. Well, they can't be racist because it's a system, but they say some of the most racist stuff. Everything that black people complain about white people saying to us, black women say on a regular basis. You people, who gets away with this? Alright guys, and to my favorite one. And this is why I can't say all black women, because these are two beautiful black women that are seriously thinking logically. And I love it. I simply love it. Naomi Green says, "I love Dove and will still love Dove. Some people are too sensitive. White women aren't getting mad. It appeared they turned Latina." Leanne Medulla says, "I totally agree with you. People are looking for issues where there aren't any." Then Yo-Yo says, "Glad you guys understand. Some people just want to reinforce racial tensions. Apparently, it was only a clip of a longer." Then Yo-Yo says, "Anyway, I feel bad for Dove. People are just creating an issue that doesn't exist. I'll still be using Dove as much as I normally do." Then here we go with Very Kinky Girl. She's a very kinky girl. Gets it from her oh my bad. She said, "Really? Where the F have you been lately? Under a rock?" And Naomi Green with the classic line of the year. She says, "In St. Louis, Missouri, where there's a bigger fight going on over more than a marketing tactic by a company gone wrong. Choose your battles." Naomi Green, you the real MVP? Yes. Logic, guys. I love it.
Now, Dove definitely tried to apologize for this, which is great. I tweeted to them as well, which I didn't get a response. It's cool. But I tweeted to them stating, there's no way to apologize to a black woman. They can do whatever they want to you, but you can't do none of them. That's just my stance on it. You don't have to agree. But I really have to send a message and say something to our black community, and really those who are quick to hop on social issues and make something out of nothing. Everything is not racist. Quite frankly, most of these Fortune 500 companies couldn't care less about black people. I mean, yeah, they want us to buy their products, but they ain't just targeting black people. If anything, they're doing their best to not target black people. If this would have been a commercial just with a white woman, nobody else would have said nothing. And I can just imagine them sweating bullets in their developing room because they know they have to have the right type of black woman, because nobody is more sensitive when it comes to issues and being represented than black women. I have no clue why. I understand the oppression and everything that black women has went through, but black women right now, you winning. I don't understand where it comes from, where this narrative come from that black women are on the bottom. No, the government is for you. The world is for you. Everybody uplifts black women all the time. And that's why you get my anti-approach. I don't necessarily want to dog black women, but I do want to keep it fair and keep it honest. So I actually had a conversation with a black woman about this on yesterday, because she actually made a couple posts on Instagram stating how she is protesting and she's boycotting against Dove soap, saying that she's done with them. She wasn't using the soap anyway, so she's done with them. Now, that's my stance on a lot of different things, because just like the NFL boycott, a lot of people boycott the NFL that don't even watch. And she's saying she's boycotting Dove soap that she really stopped using a long time ago. Right. So the conversation actually went a little bit something like this.
All right, guys. So no matter how I feel about a situation or someone, I try my best to always be respectful. So this is how the conversation went after her post, commented on there saying, this is a major stretch, my sis. And she replied, did you see the image? Have you seen the other ads with the black women? Not stretching. Underscoring the fact that is black women are saying that the ads made them feel uncomfortable, then those opinions are valid. Whether Dove or anybody else thinks the ads are wrong, the people represented in it are who matter. My response to that: yes, I have seen the ads that you are referring to. No disrespect to you directly, but I'm of the opinion that the majority of black women find anything that doesn't highlight extreme praise their way to be offensive. Why aren't the other women from the other races represented in this commercial are not offended? I messed up, y'all. Are not offended or boycotting because it's a non-issue. I respect your opinion, but as a race, we have far greater internal issues to address than how the media treat us. And her response to that was, one of the major internal issues the race has is that it doesn't listen to or value the voices of women. If some black women have a problem with the way they see themselves represented, especially in ads for products that they consume, that's enough for it to be a problem. No one needs to validate our voices, but no one can take away our thoughts and opinions either. Black women don't need extreme praise. They need black men and other black women to stop disregarding the things that matter them. I guess you meant to say to them. And here's where I began to challenge her just a little bit to see what her true mindset is. I asked her, my beautiful sister, and I said that because, you gotta give black women praise. My beautiful sister, answer this question for me. Who is the head of household in the majority of black community homes? Her answer: I can't answer that because I haven't been to the majority of black homes. That's not what we're discussing. I understand what she's saying. It's not what we're discussing, but it's just a question. And it's real funny that she says this right after she just spoke on behalf of all black women, but she can't answer a general question about black homes. Very funny. My response: I'm asking that in response to your last message. I'm asking you to speak in a global sense, the same way you just spoke on behalf of black women globally. You can answer my question globally. So take a guess. Who do you believe is head of household in the majority of black community homes. Her response: I never speak on behalf of black women globally, which is a lie. That's impossible because I don't represent all black women. I'm speaking in this instance, as I said in my videos, about a group of women who I've seen have opinions about the Dove ad. Those voices are who we're talking about, and it seems like you're alluding to men leading households. That's neither here nor there. Because a man is head of household financially based on gender roles, he isn't superior to a woman. Her voice is equally important. My response to that: no ma'am, I'm not referring to anything. My question was simply that. Actually, women are the head of household in majority of black homes. The majority of black homes have single mothers. The ones that have a man living there primarily is ran by the mother as well. So her voice is the primary voice of the home. Therefore, her voice is the primary voice of our community. So for you to say that our community has an internal issue that doesn't listen or value black women's voice is absolutely inaccurate. My opinion is our community listens to her voice too much. Her response to that: how can you listen to the person who you argue is the backbone of the family too much? I didn't get it then, guys, but now I do, now that I read it out loud. I responded: do you mind rephrasing that? I didn't comprehend. She stated: you said that most black households are headed by women. Then you said because of that, black women's voices are heard too much. That's illogical. If she's the head of household, i.e. the one holding the family and on a grand scale, the community together, how can her voice be heard too much? I responded: it's definitely tough to communicate effectively via text. Let me try, however. What I'm stating is, she is in a position that her voice is the primary voice. Do I agree that she should be the primary voice? No, I do not. I am of the opinion that our community is in a very bad place compared to every other community. I believe that is primarily because we are the only community that women are the primary voice and representative. By no means am I saying that women should not have a voice. What I'm saying is within the home and community, we should all have a role. I continue. No role is greater than the other. Frankly speaking, men need to step up to our responsibility, and women should gladly allow that. In general, men don't worry about stuff that really don't physically affect us, i.e. TV commercials. Women by nature are emotional, so if they see something that they don't like or feel a certain way, they usually address it, which is why, my opinion, our people call out racism on so many issues and other races don't. And this is her response: the issue is that our dollars fund corporations like Dove, and they don't have our permission to be racially insensitive. If men choose not to confront issues that concern them, that's their decision. A lot of times black women swoop in on their behalf too, which I found very, very funny, guys. But because black men don't want to choose those battles, they don't get to tell us not to or how to. And emotions have nothing to do with it. That's a tactic that's used to minimize and validate women's thoughts very often, which is a lie. She continues: what other races do is their business. Black people advocate for them a lot too. But I digress. We can speak up about things that concern us, be they big or small. An offense is an offense, and multiple offenses by the same culprit need to be addressed. That's what happens. That's what's happening. I'm done. I've said my piece. How many of you guys have been in a conversation with a black woman and they say everything they want to say and don't allow you to respond? and they just think that just is cool. They can just say that and just dip on out. I'm good. I'm done. Bye. You mad or not? But I replied, okay, you're done. But I'm not. Ha ha ha. I have a few questions from your response. Do you mind telling me of a global issue that black women have spoke up? Y'all know I can't talk. For black men besides police brutality? And guess what, guys? She never responded. So I said, or not, good conversation. Again, respect your views. Have a great night. Then she finally responded and said, laugh out loud, you too. Ha 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 ha.
So as you guys can see, I definitely am not afraid to go into those conversations. My mindset going into it is let me ask questions so you can see the faults in what you're saying. I'm not here to change your opinion. I would hope that everyone's opinion be based on logic and not just on emotion. As black people, we're the only community that women are the primary voice and the primary leaders and representatives of their community. No matter how we got there, no matter what's happened in the past, what's have to happen now is men need to rise up, get in the position of leadership in the homes, first and foremost, and then inside the community. We all know that women, by nature, are emotional. And there's a lot of times that you can see something on TV, hear something on the news, whatever, and your emotion will react to that. Men, on the other hand, this doesn't make us any better or worse. It just states that we are different and created different. Men, as long as there's nothing that physically is harming us or it's not affecting our pocket, we're not going to create a tangent about that. We're not going to create a stance against it. Majority of men. But there are men that are prone to protect women even to a fault. I'm all for protecting women and doing what's best for the givers of life. You know, I'm all for that. But don't protect a woman to a fault. Don't protect a woman that's operating in ignorance. Don't shout to the mountaintop when you can clearly see women operating in emotion. We have to stop hopping on issues that are outside of our community. Until we attack or address the issues within our community, we have to stop just getting so butthurt every time there's something that we think is making us look bad. Because we do a good enough job making ourselves look bad. Can we not agree to that? And you see she was quick to end the conversation. I'm not trying to read her mind, but most of the time when you start speaking logic to somebody who's trying to talk emotional, they're done with the conversation. And I'm happy to end it. I did want clarity on what exactly she meant when it comes to black women being there for black men. Because I can't think of any issues other than police brutality. And honestly, those police brutality events are normally when the guy's already dead. When he's alive, there's no support from black women to black men. The majority, I should say. So let's be honest. Fellas, why are you so quick to hop on everything that offends a black woman when they're not quick to hop on everything that offends you? Just my stance. You don't have to support what I'm saying. You don't have to believe what I'm saying. That's my stance. So Dove soap, Dove skincare, and Dove shampoo. I fully support Dove and everything that you're doing because you've been so good to me. Black people, get all the facts. Don't let people drive you to a certain direction without you having a clear understanding of what's really going on. That's all I have to say. Because really what you're becoming is the boy who cries wolf. You're going to talk so much that when there's really an issue, people not going to listen to none of y'all say. Stop wishing and hoping and baiting for racist activity. There's too much real racist activity going on. And most of that is being from black people.